For more on this, EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, great always to have you on the program. We thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about the rescission plan. This is really important because DOGE has identified billions in waste, but it's a first step in really legitimizing the work that Elon Musk and his team have done. Do you think it can get passed?
Oh, absolutely can, and it should. And this has been a lot of hard work over the course of what is now almost 100 days. Where since Inauguration Day, DOGE has been working with each of the agencies. In my case, I've experienced this where inside of EPA, we have people who work for EPA, but they're working on this DOGE mission, and they've left these other jobs in life, sacrificing a lot personally to come here just because they want to get government operating more efficiently. They have left whatever they were doing all across America to come work in the Trump administration, work with Elon at DOGE to be able to identify this waste. So I think this is fantastic. This should be the norm. We should always be trying to find ways to save money, and Congress hopefully will act on this rescission package and pass it quickly.
And you've done some incredible work. Just last month, you announced the elimination of the environmental justice and DEI arms at the EPA. And with the help of DOGE, you've also cut more than $2 billion in agency loans and grants. But yesterday, Democrat lawmakers wrote you a letter saying, quote, "Your persistent assault on career civil servants threatens public health and will make it impossible for EPA to fulfill its mission to protect human health and the environment." Your response to that, sir?
I know that we're over target right now. Every time we get one of these letters or some criticism, because we're doing our job to make EPA operate more efficiently. I've now canceled what is, as you referenced, there's the $2 billion worth of 4 rounds of grants working with DOGE. And then the $20 billion worth of grants that was sent to this outside bank before the end of the Biden administration, we've terminated those agreements as well. I feel like we're right over the target to make this agency operate more efficiently. That's why we've ended COVID-era remote work. We've been going through reorganization. We've done real estate consolidation. We're finding efficiencies as it relates to travel and leases, contracts and vendors and so much more. We're going to keep doing that while we pursue the policy work. What is an announcement made about a month ago of the largest deregulatory action in the history of the country, trillions of dollars of regulatory relief, jobs, lower cost of living. We know we're over the target on the policy front, too. The Democrats in Congress can complain about what we're doing. I would say that the right answer is that they should be working with us. They should be encouraging us to root out this waste. Instead, turning a blind eye. I don't think that's what the American public wants.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, while we're in, this phase of determining what tariffs will be and negotiating with other countries, Scott Bessent points out that this is a multi-pronged, economic program that President Trump is trying to move forward, cutting spending, getting rid of the waste. That is a huge part of what is going to help the American people. Meantime, speaking of that, Lee, a federal judge is slated to issue a ruling at some point today on whether to release that $20 billion in climate grants that you have frozen for nonprofit organizations, or allow the EPA to continue to freeze that money. Can you talk a little bit about the decision? Because we're talking about what? Funding for 8 specific nonprofit organizations here in that program.
$20 billion for 8 nonprofits. These were pass-through entities. Many of them were brand new, self-dealing in conflicts of interest, unqualified recipients. You've heard President Trump talk often about the $2 billion that was linked to Stacey Abrams. That NGO received $100 in 2023, and then they get $2 billion in 2024. Listen, the decision that we made to cancel the grants, the work that we're doing to uncover this waste on behalf of the American taxpayer, ensuring that we have proper oversight over these funds. It's us doing our job, and hopefully the judge recognizes that. But even if this judge decides to issue a decision that is adverse, the fact is it's going to get overturned because this isn't something that should be inside of a district court. We're talking about a breach of contract that would go inside the Court of Federal Claims. This isn't even a case that this judge has jurisdiction over. But what we've seen too much in these district courts across the country is that you've had judges that have tried to insert themselves into cases even though they don't have jurisdiction over it, and it gets overturned on appeal. Let's not waste time. We're trying to cut out the wasting of money, and we should get this case over with, get this money back into the Treasury, and to ensure that we're protecting and being good stewards of the American taxpayer.
Absolutely. And of course, the Democrats are going to kick and scream. It's all part of the process. Lee Zeldin, we so appreciate you being here and all the hard work. Thank you.
Thanks, Jackie.